Today in this video, we're going to talk about why you may need to close some of your credit accounts, some of your credit cards in 2024. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. And my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Okay, I just want to bring this up because it's something I had to do. Excuse me. I know, I've told y'all before, I jacked my own credit up, jacked it up real bad back in the day. And, when you are starting the rebuilding process, a lot of times you have to deal with when you're reestablishing your credit, sometimes you may have to deal with folks that you wouldn't normally deal with. And then sometimes you forget about those relationships. So what I'm talking about is when I was rebuilding my credit back some years, because I was surprised. These people told me I've had this card for almost 20 years. Like, I've been a member, how they say card holder since whatever. It's like, really? And I'm not trying to talk about any, I'm going to give you this was an example with this particular lender, but this could be any number of folk. Okay. So I had two cards with Credit One Bank. They were probably one of the only people who would give me credit back then. And the interest rate is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I say it's ridiculous. It wasn't ridiculous compared to what my credit score was at the time. Okay. And it was unsecured too. They took a risk on a sister because I had jacked it up. I had jacked it up. I had like a 475 credit score at one time, praise the Lord, knock on wood. I got like a 750 or something like that. I looked the other day. I think one was like 734 and one's like 740 something and something's like 750 something or something like that. I'm in the mid 700s. Let's just say that. Okay. So, but then at that time, sister credit was towed up, so I did good to get an unsecured card. I'm sure my it was probably in the 500s when I got this card. And, and I used it responsibly. I never ran it up. I always paid it off, blah, blah, blah. So for the last, I would say, gosh, it had to be at least last 4 or 5 years when I would get that little, how they send you that statement, they're going to charge you that annual fee. And I'd be like, dude, y'all not finna charge me no annual fee? Or, how they want to break it down over 12 months, like $8.25 a month. I was like, no, I'm not finna pay. I don't have a balance on it. I don't even use the card. I had to go look and find where the card was. Okay. So for me, every 6 months or so, or every 12 months, I'm having to call in and tell them, I just want to close my account. And they'd be like, why? And I'd be like, it's the annual fee. I don't really use it. They'd be like, okay, we gonna waive the fee for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about you, but I just got tired of it because number one, I have credit cards with a much, much higher available credit at a much lower interest rate than what they're charging. I just do. At this point, I have a lot of credit. Like I said, when I got that card, I was in the rebuilding process. I done had 2-3 mortgages, car loans, and I got a bunch of other credit cards, and I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of business credit where I can, because when you use the business credit, it doesn't show up on your personal utilization. So again, I have no need for this card. Okay. And I know that it's been maybe a couple of years where I just totally, because I don't be checking for that bill because I never use that card. And it's been a couple of times where, okay, the annual fee kicked in and I'm paying like $8.25 for 2 or 3 months. before I realized what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, no, no. So what I did, and I got tired of calling in because every time they trying to, you're gonna talk to a retention rep who's gonna tell you, oh, we can waive at we want you to stay as a customer and all that. I dig it on their part, but for me, it just don't be working. So what I did was I sent them a letter. I got that credit card statement, and on the back they got that address. This one was in Las Vegas, I do believe, where you can send in. And I said, please totally close my accounts. Here's my account number, my name, sign my name, blah blah blah. I think I even put in a copy of my driver's license with the letter so they could see it was me. I closed that account. Again, that's just me. But for some of you who have rebuilt your credit, you may not need starter cards like that anymore. And it may be time for you to just embrace, a more mainstream card that has a better interest rate. If that's your only card, keep it. But if you have graduated to the point that you have other credit cards that may be like at an 11, a 15%, or 18%, the interest rate is much cheaper. There may or may not be no freaking annual fee or none of that good stuff on it. And there's no charge for a dormant card or for lack of usage or whatever. You might need to just go ahead and close that account. Now, I know I don't normally tell y'all to close accounts, but for me, it just got freaking irritating having to call all the freaking time, or else they would waive the annual fee, waive the fee for like 6 months, and then I'm calling every 6 months or whatever. And the worst part is you don't want to let that card linger, and then you totally forget about it. And next thing you know, they charging you a late fee because you forgot to pay that $8.25 or whatever, and then it's hitting your credit. Sometimes you got to calculate, is it worth the possible hit to my credit? If you've got other credit cards, like, Lord, I probably got 6, 7 other Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. I got all this other stuff. Now, you may want to take this time right here at the beginning of the year. Look at all your credit cards. Look at all your credit cards. Just like I told y'all, pull your credit. Look at all your credit cards. Look at them statements. How much is the APR? How much are they charging you? What other fees are out there? Some of these cards, you just may need to get rid of them. They may not work for you. I would try calling, excuse me, calling the card, see if you can get a lower interest rate, see if you can get the annual fee waived. You can get these other fees waived, whatever. If that works for you, cool. Then keep on going. But if you like me and you just done got tired of it, and you don't even carry that card. If you got to go look for that card because you don't never use it, you just might as well go on and just close that out, in my opinion. And it should not affect your credit that much, even though you may be getting rid of a very old trade line. If you have built up your trade lines where this is not really going to affect you, then I say close it. It's not going to kill you. It didn't even affect my score at all. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I just wanted to say again, I'm wishing everyone the best in 2024, no matter what your goal is. And I just hope, that the information I give you can help you to keep your credit as good as possible, to make it the best so that it works for you and your family. Thank you. And as always, have a blessed day.